Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard, and it has been 3 months since our Balki bid adieu to his agency Lolintas and hence left advertising to pursue films. Balki insists that he hasn't left advertising and he's still in the business of solving problems. He also speaks about what has changed for better and what has changed for the worse in advertising as he draws a comparison between both advertising and films. Let's hear the full conversation.
Balki, it's 3 months since you quit advertising. So I thought it's a good time for us to chat about A, what caused you to leave advertising, and B, all the good about advertising, all the stuff you don't like about advertising, and see what happens.
When you ask me the questions when I think that I have left advertising in that clinical way, because I keep meeting Joe, Arun, Amir every other day, so I'm always in touch with the people that I have been in the office, so I really haven't missed it. Yes, I meet clients, meet them outside and chat about them, plans. You can't leave advertising, you know. I just feel that advertising is a business of solving problems in an interesting way. I feel that you are doing that all the time. So if it's not a cell phone, if it's not a bulb, if it's not
you're allowed to name brands, it's allowed. This is Storyboard, so you can say Idea and Havells and all that.
No, of course, everybody knows what I'm saying, but if it's not Idea, if it's not Havells, if it's not Tata Tea, if it's not Lifebuoy, there's something like that's going on every day. Even when you're doing a film, you're actually solving problems of every character every now and then. So each one is a little kind of a puzzle to be solved. So I don't miss the puzzle solving kind of part of the game, because I'm in it. I don't think I've really left advertising in my head. I just put together a plan 2 years back. And I've been working really hard to make myself absolutely redundant and very, very consciously getting away from brands and things like that, so that people can have the same power of creating ideas for those brands like I did. So that took a lot of time. It was an unnatural process for me actually to kind of withdraw, because I've never done that before in my life. So I think it was far slower than getting into a brand. Withdrawing was far slower. So it took much longer than what I thought it would. But finally here I am, and I'm still not, I can't say I've left advertising. I've never thought of it that way.
Balki, so tell us, you've seen advertising has gone through massive changes, and what are the things that you think have changed for the bad? As by the time you left, lots has changed for the good, lots has changed for the bad. So what is the bad that?
What I feel pretty sad. It's just not true of advertising. It's true of even the film industry. I don't know. It's not because of the abundance of content. People keep saying that we are seeing so many fantastic things all across the world. I don't think it's because of that. I just feel that people behave as if when you have a fantastic idea, or there's a fantastic campaign, the behavior is almost like you see these kind of things day in and day out. That kills people who are creating things. You need the excitement, you need the josh, you need the celebration of that idea beyond that has gone out. Why would you push yourself to create something? And I know everything is a pure process and you do it for the sake of the brand and all that shit, but at the back of your head there must be that the world is going to celebrate me feeling. That's getting lesser and lesser in advertising. People are behaving, and so in feature films. I just look at some people. They do so many things with a lot of happiness and gusto and things like that. But when it comes to film, it's almost like, hey, we're supposed to do these kind of things. It's good to kind of say that if you're Scorsese, if you're Coppola, if you're doing that. It's good to say like Marlon Brando. I've seen these kind of things and do it. But for a lot of people who haven't done that, to say that about another person's product, it's almost like, good, we see this every day. So the excitement and the josh that's necessary,
which was there earlier, or
which was hugely there. And I'm saying it's within the community, within the agency, within the people who are creating it. I'm not talking about consumers. Consumers may still celebrate the same way as they always did. But the community seems to have kind of they've gone into a stance where they will say, I'm not going to be excited.
Where it's not cool to.
It's not cool to be excited. Not cool to say, wow. Not cool to call and celebrate.
Right.
You know, we used to, I mean, we always called each other, we said anybody who created a great ad.
Sure.
That's the only motivation to do something great. Motivation cannot come from a client patting you on the back always and saying that 25% increase in shares or so much of, whatever target they had achieved, whatever research has been achieved. That's stupid. It's about other people telling you how great it is.
Right.
That josh is very scary if it's missing.
Right. Balki, in this period, lots of good has happened to advertising as well. It's not only the bad, lots of good has happened. So what is it about?
Only the good has happened. I'm only talking about one of the very small things which I find, and I don't find it missing now. I found it missing for quite some time.
Right.
Over the last 4-5 years, I found that missing.
Right.
Good, of course, a lot of wonderful things have happened.
Right. Balki, one way of gratification of getting this josh would be awards. It's
No, it's not that.
No, okay.
It's not that. I'm just talking of, it's not about, when I get an idea, when I see a spot, or when I create an idea, when I see a campaign,
right,
in any format,
right,
there was a buzz in the industry,
right,
it was like everybody knew that there's something big which has landed.
Right.
Everybody was kind of talking about it. Media was writing about it. Even media has gone into a shell to celebrate campaigns.
Right.
I'm talking about that kind of a thing. It's as if, we see great things like this every day. We don't see great things like this
Absolutely.
every day, So I find it very shocking when people assume that you see these kind of things every day. That's all I'm talking of.
Right.
I'm not talking of anything missing or whatever. Maybe more great ideas are being produced and therefore people are not celebrating, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Great ideas are always at a premium,
right,
and they ought to be celebrated rarely when they happen.
Right. Balki, you've been a role model for lots of young students. When they embark on the industry, they want to be a Balki and so on and so forth. Now you're leaving the industry, says, why did this man leave? So what would you tell young kids today if they're 17, 18 and they aspire to a career in advertising? Should they join? Should they not join?
I thought of it in one format.
Right.
And think of it in another format.
Right.
But it's the same damn thing. You're still telling stories.
Right.
You're telling stories, thinking of ideas.
Right.
Instead of solving somebody else's problem, you're solving your own problem every time.
Right. You're your own
You're
client.
creating the problem, you're telling a story to solve it.
Right. You're your own client.
Yeah. And I was not tired of anything in the world. I still would love advertising. It's just like, I still get to kind of take a shot at quite a few ideas that there are when somebody calls me up. But I want to tell my own stories.
Right.
Without anybody saying, no, this doesn't fit what I have in my mind. That's always there.
Sure.
But even that I never had an issue. I just felt that, it's just trying to kind of, focus on something that I've always wanted to do. Because for me, I came into advertising to do films.
Right.
I came into advertising because I thought it was a feature film production house.
Right.
Now, if I don't do that fully, after having got the opportunity to kind of really enjoy myself for so many years, then I think I'd be a bit of a cheat on myself.
So is that a good decision now that you released yourself from the office, or advertising agency office, and sitting in Hope Productions?
I don't know. This is even worse than that. I mean, it's like the feature industry is so chaotic. There's so many things happening out there. Production is a laborious process. Pre-production, post-production, it's just a labor. It's labor. The only thing about the advertising business which I really loved is, okay, you have two stages. Okay, you hear a problem, and then you're within yourself, you're solving an issue, and then you've got to go convince something else. The labor of, getting everything, getting into production, getting into detailing of every damn stuff, that I never faced for some time. In the initial phase, of course, we used to do all this, but I've come back like I'm a junior writer all over again. That's fascinating.
Right. So, what do you look forward to in the next year? You as in R. Balki, what do you look forward to?
Always an idea that hasn't been done before,
right,
or a story that hasn't been told before, at least to the best of my knowledge,
right,
or a story that needs to be told and hasn't been told before.
Right. So we're going to see one of these things in 2017 from you.
I don't know what I'm going to see for myself. I've always lived without knowing what the next day is going to be. I've never planned so much in advance, except in leaving Low. I've never planned for anything in my life.
Right.
Leaving Low was my biggest planning thing. And if I planned while I was staying in Low as much as I planned the exit, I think Low would have been far, far bigger if I'd been so strategically inclined. But that's it. I have no clue what I'm going to do. I just take it every day. I take it day by day, and I just hope that an idea drops into my head which excites the rest of our body to kind of function right across. And it's all about that. It's just about accidents that happen, and you cash in the accident and kind of enjoy life. That's about it.
Perfect. All the best, Balki, and thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back same time next week. See you soon.